There we go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you all. Today's session, we're going to be talking about lead gen. We're going to be talking about a few activities that we're going to do, and we're going to talk about the importance of training and coaching, right? So, lead gen is, like I said, was something that's super duper important, right? If we're not lead genning, we're not in business. We can't get any leads. We can't get any transactions if we're not doing the work and following the activities and looking for something at the end of the day, right? If we're not going after the people that we know and the people that already know, like us, and trust us, then we just can't win, right? So, what are some lead gen activities that you all could be doing right now that you're not? Because we all know some activities we could be doing, but we just look at it like, oh, I can't do it right now. What are some of those activities you could be doing?
Cold calling?
Cold calling. You could be cold calling, but we have to get trained up for cold calling,
Yeah.
for script practice and things like that. So cold calling is, yes, that's a good activity, but we just have to work our way up to that. What's something else?
Facebook ads, Google ads,
Facebook ads, Google ads. That's
because we
another one.
already started with sphere of influence, but apart from that, Facebook ads, Google ads, it's cheaper.
Hmm.
Opcity, yes, but you have to give away 30% of the share.
Hmm.
Then Zillow Premier Agent, and there are also other apps that gives you leads, but I don't
Hmm.
know if they're 100% good quality leads.
Yeah. So that's the thing when we're doing using any of those programs like that is, are the leads good quality? Am I going to be just sitting here spinning my wheels and, speaking to 1,000 people and getting one person out of it, right? So we
Right.
have to that helps us keep track of where are we spending our time, right? Is it getting us the results we want? Should we be doing something else, right?
Yeah, and it's
So
also expensive. So, I think you have to be ready out there before you end up spending so much. 'Cause it's a
absolutely.
lot of money in your
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. For paying for these different services, for leads and things like that, it can become quite expensive, especially when you don't have any transactions. You're trying to work your way up to that. Um, so yeah, so those are some good activities. And then it falls into, well, where are we spending our time, right? What are we doing besides lead genning, right? How are we filling up that time? Are we procrastinating? Are we just, just looking at it every day going, oh, well, I'll get to it when I get to it? Or are we going to be laser focused and figure out a way to get it done every single day, right? Which is what we have to do. We have to do this every single day. There isn't a day, you can't take a day off from lead genning. A day off from lead gen is a day of no business, right? And our business is 24/7. I'm like Chick-fil-A though. I'm closed on Sundays. So I don't know about y'all.
Yes.
Okay, I am Chick-fil-A. I'm not open on Sundays. Okay.
Especially during football season, right?
Especially go Birds. We won
Yep.
yesterday.
Yes,
Um,
we did.
so our lead gen activities, right? We want to figure out the ones that we can spend the most time on, the ones that are going to be most rewarding to us, and the ones that just don't make us feel like we're, have to drag our feet, we're something that we don't want to do, right? So, which brings me into our first lead activity of today. You guys are going to love this one. So, our first lead activity, here's what I want all of you to do. I want you to call 10 people in your sphere of influence today and ask them for business. Ask them for a referral. 10 people. And you're going to do this every day this week. You're going to call 10 people every single day this week. Natisha, I see your eyes wandering around trying to figure out how you're going to go about doing this.
I was doing the math in my head.
So you're going to speak to
Mhm.
10 people in your sphere of influence every single day this week. Your goal for the week is to add 50 contacts into command by Friday. Well, by the end of Friday, I should say. Does that sound doable? Can we all work on this goal together?
It's
Yeah,
a lot.
that's a
Yeah.
lot.
It's a lot. That's not a lot. What are
I'll
you gonna
try.
do? So let me put it to you like this, right? So at the end of all this training and everything, you guys get 1,000 leads, right? That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. So if you can't speak to 10 people a day, how are you going to ever go through 1,000 people? Right? We got to get used to this because when you get those 1,000, you're going to be going through at least 20, 25, 30 people a day, right? Because you have to go through the list. We have to do this every day. We have to get through the entire list to figure out who's a lead, who's a bad lead, who's a waste of time, who's ready to go right now. And you have to go through all the numbers. So this is where we're going to start doing that. This is to train you and to get you ready, prepared for that list when you get it. So we're going to start with this. I think this is a good place to start because it also gives you the practice, because you're not going to practice on the money, right? Remember I told you I don't want you guys messing up the money. So we're going to practice on the people that already know you, like you, and trust you. It's very easier um, for you to do it that way than it would be for me to just give you that list right now and tell you to start calling people, right? Because we don't have the confidence yet, right? We don't have the education yet. We don't have the training. We don't know what to say yet. We're not on that level yet. So this exercise is going to give you the practice that you need when it comes to speaking to people, right? So when you call these people, it's going to be more professional. You know, you're not really speaking on a level like, "Hey girl, how you doing today, girl? Let me tell you about," right? We're going to speak to them. We're going to come to them. We're going to meet them where they are, right? But then we're also going to show our professionalism and ask them for business. Do you know anybody that I should know? Are you looking for anything, right? So this is going to get you started and get you ready to start doing all that. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay. Now that I broke it down, it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Glad I got all you guys' approval. So also, a big thing for lead gen is time blocking, right? You have to get used to time blocking out time for your lead generating, because it can't be a sporadic thing. It's not something um that's like, okay, today I'm going to do it for 35 minutes, right? And you try to do it's never a consistent 35 minutes. In that 35 minutes, you're checking your phone, you're looking around, you're doing other things. You know, it's not strictly lead gen. A lot of us are guilty of that. I'm guilty of that, right? But what I do is I always make sure I have an hour to 2 hours of lead gen every single day, right? It doesn't matter what I'm doing, but I have to stick to that time frame and stick to that activity. Don't let anything get in the way of your lead genning, because it's one of the most important things to our business is lead gen. So you have to figure out a time, right, that you can do this every day. Like, what is going to be your time? When am I going to say, okay, from 1 to 3:30, I'm going to lead gen. From 10 to 12 o'clock, I'm going to lead gen, right? What is your lead genning time going to be? So here's another activity for you guys this week. I want you to time block your lead gen for the week. Meaning, so today, right, you're going to say to yourself, today I'm going to lead gen from this time to this time. Also today, you're going to say, tomorrow I'm going to lead gen from this time to this time. You're going to do all this today. You're going to lead gen your time for the week today. This is going to start you on time blocking. So we're going to start with just lead gen, then we're going to start moving into other things you can time block as well. But you have to get used to separating your time for things that you need to do, right? Because our business is going to lead you doing a bunch of different things. So you have to have time for your lead gen, time to make your Facebook content, time to add people into Command, time to put them on smart plans. You need time blocks for all of this stuff, because it's not just one right into the other. So when you're doing your lead gen, right, you're not adding those 10 contacts into Command as you're speaking to them. You're going to separate time for that, where you're going to add the context into command. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Right? So, like I said, this week, your activity is to time block your lead gen for the entire week. What's a good time for you? When can you do this? When can I focus all my time and energy and focus on just this one thing that's in front of me? Right? So that's very, very, very important. The goal here is to have a certain amount of hours every single week of lead gen. To be honest, the actual amount of lead gen for real estate agents is 15 hours a week, 3 hours a day of lead genning, right? Those are the actual numbers of what we're not expected to do, but what top agents are doing. They spend about 3 hours a week on lead gen. So we have to get like top agents and spend 3 hours a week on lead gen. Whenever that 3 hours may be, we have to figure it out, right? Because you can do, let's say you did 3 hours one day. You're like, oh, well, I can't do it tomorrow. I'll do 5 hours this day, and I'm doing 2 hours the next day, and 1 hour the third day, and whatever I'm doing. But we have to find a system for ourselves that gets us consistently doing this. And this is going to help you do that, where you're going to get into the mode of, okay, every day I have to lead gen from this time to this time.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you're gonna call your friends, family, whosoever, like you may have your name and number, but the difficult part is getting their email or their address. Then they're like, "Why do you need my email? You can just text me. Why do
So
you want to spam my email? Like I get it, but stop being so pushy."
I get that. I get that. So what you're gonna do with that is, so for their email address, this is just an easy way for me to send you my content. I can't text you what I can make in command,
Well,
right?
I don't need your content right now. Maybe when I need it, I'll let you know. There can be rude.
Yes, they can
You
be.
gotta be gentle with
And
them.
this is what is it's going to help you when you're speaking to people you don't know, because they are going to be rude. They are going to throw
It
objections
ends
at you.
up they
They
will
are going to
block
ask
you
you,
forever.
well, what do you need my information for? Why do you want this? Why do you need this? Right? They're going to throw everything they can at you. And it's your job to explain to them in a way that makes them understand that you're not here to spam them. You're just here to get and send them information. Right? I want to send you I want to send you something you can share with people you know. That's why I need your email. I need to send you, what if I need to send you important information as far as any referrals, things like that, right? So this shouldn't be an issue for me to get your email address, because I want you to help me. I need your help. So I need to send you content so that you know what to say to people, or what to send people when they need real estate, when they have any real estate questions, or you need to contact me. Here's how I'm going to do that. Here's where you'll get all that. I'm going to email it to you. Home address. Now, you're only getting their home address, especially for context, right? If we're actually going to put them in a neighborhood nurture. That's all we need their home address for, is if we're going to put them into that smart plan, right? If we're going to stay contact with them for that reason. Hi, Rashmi. um, so this is just another way for you, right? This is just practice. That's all you're doing. You're practicing on getting people's four main contact information, right? This is all practice. So if they tell you no, okay, they told you no. Don't, but you have to hear no, right? We have to go through the motions. We have to go through every single last part of this. So we need to deal with all the objections that they're going to give you, because boy, are they going to give you a lot.
Huh. And so I have a question. So if they do that, then do you follow up by text or follow up by a phone call?
You follow up by any communication that they give you.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is your sphere, so it's different, right? It's different because you don't necessarily, your smart plan is, you know them, right? You're going to contact them. But by putting them on command or putting them in a smart plan, it lets you see them and know that, okay, I just spoke to this person on this day, right? I need to call them or speak to them on this date. And I need to put them in a smart plan so it reminds me that, okay, this time I texted last week, I need to text again this week, or I need to text again the following week. Or you'll figure out what your frequency of follow-up should be depending on the person that you're talking to, right? So do they have any real estate needs right now? No, they might not. They might say, no, I don't have any real estate needs right now. Okay, so that person I'm going to speak to maybe once a month, right? Because I want to stay top of mind with them, just so if anything pops up, they know to call me. Maybe twice a month, I'll reach out to this person, right? Twice a month and reach out to that person just in case someone says to you, oh, I may know someone that's interested in real estate. I'm going to talk to that person every week, at least every few days, because I want to know who that person is that they're talking about. Who is that person that they know that may or may not be interested in something real estate related? I need to know who that person is. So I'm going to speak to you today. You're going to tell me, oh, I might know who that person is. Maybe a day or two from now, I'm going to text you back or call you and say, hey, did you ever get in contact with that person? Oh, no, I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Okay, I'm going to wait another 2 days, day or two, and I'm going to call you again. Hey, did you ever hear back from that person? Because I need to know who that person is, right? That's the lead we're going at. That's going after the lead, right? Let's say you meet somebody that says, hey, I know somebody that's actually interested right now. Okay, would you give them my contact information? Tell them to give me a call. That person then gives you a call today, says, I'm looking to buy. How often would you talk to that person? Right? We're going to talk to them a lot more, maybe every day, until we can figure out how we can best help them through the processes. So you're going to get to a point where you're going to start just gauging, your contacts, right? When should I speak to them? When I should not speak to them? Who is hot right now? Who's warm right now? Who's cold right now? Right? Where am I spending all my time? Who am I spending all my time on? And is this going to get me anything in the end? Right? Because the first thing you want to look for is, how can you be of service? How can I help? It's the first rule of it is, how can I help? Everything else after that is just like, a domino effect. It just comes along with it because you're there to help. So the help can come in many forms. The help can come in, hey, can you just send me some information? I want to know more about the home buying process. I want to know more about the home selling process. And that's your job to fill the gap and keep that relationship going for as long as you possibly can, which is why follow-up is so important. 80% of your deals are going to come from the follow-up, not from the initial meetup, not from the first time you speak to them, not any of that. Not even the first time you even may go over for a listing presentation. You may not get it right then and there. Who knows? But you have to stick to the follow-up. There's no way you can win in this industry without following up with your contacts, following up with your leads. We have to stay diligent when it comes to that because there's no other alternative to that. Everybody cool?
Yes.
Yes.
So my other question to you all is, are you doing any other trainings beside me? No.
I mean,
No.
evening calls with Steve. Then sometimes I do the mindset call, 8
Right.
o'clock. No, it's
So
8:40. Yeah.
I have probably logged well over probably a few thousand hours worth of trainings since I got started in real estate. I have been on coaching calls such as this. I've had a coach. I've had, our own office support and things like that. But in the end, what I find is that we have to be self-taught. A lot of this is going to come from you learning it yourself. I'm not the only coach. I'm not top-notch coach of the world or anything like that. There's other opinions and people do things differently, right? So you may go to a coaching, or you may start to read books, and you're going to start getting these different ideas and different pieces of information. And sooner or later, you're going to see that this all kind of correlates into the same thing, right? The same theme, but they're taught in different ways. Now, the cool thing about going to different trainings and different coachings is the fact that you get different tips. Everyone has different little niches that they work in, right? So you need to know all of them. You need to know more. You need to have options when it comes to your training and your coaching, right? So like, are you, for example, are you reading any books right now? Are you reading The Millionaire Real Estate Agent right now, which we all should be reading? Are you reading The One Thing right now, which we all should be reading? Are you reading the Shift book right now, which we all should be reading? I could keep going on with books that we all should be reading because we have to real estate is a continuous learning process. It never ends. You're never going to have a time when it's like, I don't need any training at all whatsoever. If you ever get to that point, your business is going to become more and more stagnant. There are top agents who could use some training right now. Their businesses, things change, right? Activities change, lead gen changes. They are not hip on these new different ideas on what we do differently, right? On a social media space, on an internet space, technology wise, right? So we have to constantly be on the verge of innovation, right? We have to always be mindful and looking for different things to keep our minds focused on, especially in this space. So trainings are extremely, extremely important, and being self-taught is even more important. So here's a training activity I want you guys to do this week. There is a podcast called Think Like a CEO. It's run by Gary Keller and what is the other guy's name? Pat Olive. I forget the other guy's name. I always forget his name. But Gary Keller is one of the main speakers on this podcast. And he fills you with so much information regarding real estate, regarding lead gen, regarding profit and income, just how to get rich, right? All these central ideas. And it's amazing, just to get your mindset on a different level. So it's one of those things that I implore all you all to start doing, to find things that is going to expand your mindset, right? Make you think further than what's in front of you right now. Because right now we're in the trenches, right? Right now we're trying to come up. Right now, we may feel as though we're at the bottom of the totem pole, but we're not. We're not. We're working our way up. We have to start where everybody else started. No top agent started at the top. Not one of them. I don't care how much money they started off with. They didn't start at the top when they got in here. So don't expect yourself to start there either. It just doesn't work out that way. We have to work and grind this out. We don't have a choice, right? We signed up for this. It's a little bit more than what we thought we were signing up for. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You got your license and you thought it was over, huh? You
Yep.
thought you finished that book. You was like, yeah, man, oof, I got my real estate license now. I am good. I don't need nothing else. Yeah. The sad thing is school doesn't prepare you for the job. It prepares you for the test.
Right.
It prepares you for the test. And you pass the test. Now you have to get prepared for the job. So that's what we have to constantly be thinking of, right? We have to go through as many training hours as we can every day. You should be spending time training. Every day you have training time, as well as your lead gen time, as well as your content time, as well as you get where I'm going, right? So this is why time blocking is so important, because you're going to get into a space where your day is going to be filled with so many different elements that you're going to go crazy. Trust me, I know. It's not fun. So you have to get into a mode of saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to be disciplined And I'm going to say from this time to this time, I'm going to do this time to this time, I'm going to do that. And stick to it. Don't let anything interfere with your time blocking schedule. Nothing or no one. Okay, not our spouses, not our kids, okay, not household chores, not taking the car to get an oil change. None of that. Nothing can get in the way of your time blocking. It is the most important thing that you have to stick to. If we don't, then we're not in business. We didn't do anything for the day. We can't say that we pushed the bottom line a little bit further, right? Because we didn't do anything. We can't get any results if we don't do any actions. So you figure you spent a whole week doing action. What should you have at the end of the week? Results. Results. At least one, right? Maybe two. But at least you know I did the actions all week long, and this is what I got from it. And you're going to look back on those actions and you're going to say, okay, well, where did I get my results from? Did it come from doing this? Did it come from Facebook? Did it come from me calling my sphere? Did it come from my text messaging? Did it come from email marketing? Where did it come from? And you figure out where that source came from and you spend more time doing that. Okay, my 2 leads came from Facebook. All right, I'm going to go way harder on Facebook because I see that, I'm getting results from it, right? Or I'm calling my sphere every day and I'm getting results from I'm going to call more of them. I'm going to use Facebook that way. I'm going to go on Facebook and get contact information from friends that I may not have their information from, and I'm going to call them too. And I'm going to keep calling and keep calling. And you're going to get the results that you want. It's just that simple. Anyone have any questions? No? Pretty self-explanatory, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do the work. None of this is going to fall out of the sky for you. It just does not happen that way. Not in this industry. Everything that we want to do, we have to work for, right? It's more of like the law of attrition, right? Where the more you do something, right, you're hustling, bustling, you're busy, right? Once you get busy, then things start to happen to you. But if you're not busy, if the universe doesn't see you in that mode of running and hustling and going after it, it's not going to reward you. It just does not work that way. You have to be in the mode. You have to be in that space. You have to be on go. Melissa, for example, is on go. I had to tell her to slow down because she was so on go. Right?
That's
And
good.
that's how we all need to be. We need to be on go. Okay. She's constantly out. She's outside. She got me outside a little bit more. Because she outside. We need to be outside at any time we can be. Every time we need to be outside doing something. Showing somebody a rental property, going on a buyer appointment, finding listings, finding renters, anything. Do something. Keep it going, right? The more you start running, the more you're going to start seeing some deals coming in. More deals coming in, the more commission you make, because we don't do this for free. You're probably going to spend more hours doing this than you would at any job. I'm just being honest with you. Those 40 hours a week you was putting in, that's light. That's light compared to this. Okay, this is an all day. This is from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep job with no breaks. You get lunch. That's it. There is no breaks in between. We don't get to just hang out and say, all right, I'm just going to chill today and not do any real estate related things. Yeah, go ahead. Your bank account will show that you didn't do anything today. So we constantly have to be in the mode of going. Be ready to go, right? Stick to your lead gen activities. Stick to your time blocking. Stick to your goals. That's why goals are so important. So we know where we're headed to. If you don't have a goal, then you just out here just everything, right? Everything in front of me. I'm just going after everything. You're not saying to yourself, okay, well, if I speak to, like we're doing, right? If I speak to 10 people a day, that's 50 people by Friday. How many out of those 50 people do you think might have a real estate need? At least one. I can tell you that. At least one. At least one of them knows someone that knows someone. Or at least one of them are looking or thinking about it. And you're going to have a conversation and you're going to put thoughts into their heads of home buying instead of renting. That's all you're going to do. You're going to tell them that, oh, you should totally list your home with me. I can help you do XYZ. Look at market reports so you know how to be predictive of the market, of what's to come. So you're more educated on what to say to people. Because I can say to people with all honesty that I believe prices are going to drop next year. Why? Because I look at market reports. I think interest rates are going down next year. Buyers are getting really fed up with all these high prices that they're paying and have to pay. Sellers aren't willing to budge at all. They think their house is all gold when it's not. It needs work, but you want $650,000 for it. I know all these things, right? Because I'm in the market. Be in the market because it's your job. We don't have a choice. We signed up. We got to do everything that comes along with this. There is no
I have a
saying,
question.
go ahead.
Where do you get this accurate information? Like when you Google it, it's pretty random, but is there a website or a link where you get actual news? I mean,
Yes.
actual trend of
Yes.
what's going
And
on?
matter of fact, that's a good idea. So let's go over
Because
to the
Google is not appropriate.
No,
It's giving you
Google is definitely
random
not
news.
appropriate.
Yeah.
We don't use Google at all whatsoever. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So let me share my screen. I'm going to show you exactly where to find those stats. So we're going to go to NAR,
Okay.
right? We're going to go to the National Association of Realtors. So we're going to go to their home screen, right? This is NAR's home screen. You're going to type in nar.realtor, right? And you're going to go here. Research and statistics, right? So we're looking for housing statistics. We're going to go to housing statistics, right? Where we can see, right? They're going to give us what's going on. They're going to give us, something about the pending home sales, all that stuff like that. What we're looking for, where is it? Nope, that's the release dates. Where is it? Search reports. Where is it? I feel like they move stuff. Where is it? It was real easy to get there before. Where is it? State Metro Station commercials. Where is it? Huh. Okay. Well, let's do the faster way to find this stuff. Let's go to Fast Stats, right? We're going to Google Fast Stats, and that's going to bring us down. Where is it? Well, where is it? I'm mad I can't find the site that on the NAR site right now because I know it's there. I just don't remember how to get to it. Let me move this out the way. Where are the fast stats? I feel like they moved them somewhere. Because there used to be like a tab right here for it. Let me work on that and I'll figure that part out and I'll share that with you. That's funny. All right, so I'll find that and then I'll put that information in the chat once I figure out what they did with it all because it doesn't make sense why it's not where it is. But I'll show you exactly how to find the market sets and what you would need in order to just stay up to par on what's going on in the market, right? What you want to know how many days on market homes are staying on for. You want to know what the average home price percentage is, right? So what is the sale price versus the listing price, right? What is the list? So what did it get listed at versus what it sold for? What's the percentage of that happening? Right now, it's still at about 100%, to be honest. People are still getting asking price or above for their homes. So um, that's where we are. And then you also want to just keep track of like the average home value, right? How much are homes really going for? I would say about $462,000 is the average home price right now in New Jersey, given the area, give or take the area. But average is about 462, which is pretty high. So yeah, I'll find those stats for you. I'll put those in the chat, and I'll show you how to go over the market reports and stuff like that. So let's start wrapping this up a little bit. So, like I said, so goals for the week are call 10 people in your sphere of influence every day this week. The goal for the week is to add 50 contacts into Command. Now, the 50 contacts that you're adding, this is going to be either your sphere, right? The person that you speak to from your sphere, right? Or this is going to be some new person. Maybe it's someone that's, kind of, on the outskirts of your sphere, right? Maybe you don't want to talk to your immediate family right away, right? Maybe you want to start a little broader. Maybe you want to start on people you went to school with, right? Those high school mates that you haven't spoken to in years, right? Maybe you want to start with a coworker that you used to know and love that you haven't spoken to in a while, right? So these contacts can come from anywhere. They don't have to just be your immediate family or your immediate friends, things like that. We want to stretch a little bit and get to the people that don't know we're in business. That's really where you want to you really want to go after are the people that don't know that you're doing this, right? We want to go after those people because the people that know us the most, right, that are closest to us in our circle, they know what we do. But we're going to bother those people too and remind them that this is what we do and that you should be looking for me. You should be helping me look for business. Don't you want me to be successful? You want me to fail at this? Right? This is how you're coming at those people. You don't want to help me do this? I helped you move your couch. I babysat your kids. Helped you change your tire. Right? You don't want to help me be successful in real estate? What? After all I've done for you? That's your energy. That is what you're going to bring to those people that are closer in your circle, right? Because they have to help you. They're forced to help you. They don't have a choice but to help you. If you know me, you have to help me, right? Or else you can't know me anymore. We can't be friends if you can't help me. I'm not coming to family reunion this year because you don't want to help me. Right? That's how we have to treat it. That's how we have to be, especially with our close friends and our close family members. They have to help us. It is your job to help me be successful with this. I need your help. I can't do this alone. And there's your team. There's your cheerleaders. There's your support. You created them. Now you have a bunch of eyes and ears that are out there looking for business for you. That anytime they hear somebody go, I was thinking about buying how. Oh, you were. Oh, I know Nikita. Nikita will be perfect for you. She keeps bothering me anyway about getting her business. And they're gonna call you and say, Nikita, I finally did it. All right, I got it. Okay, you can leave me alone now. I found you somebody. Goodness. And you're gonna say, yes, I'm extremely happy now. Thank you. But that's the type of energy we're going to come at on those people that are closest to us. The people that are furthest from us, we're going to use form when we're speaking to them, right? Family, occupation, recreation, money. That's how all your conversations are going to be formulated. Hey, how's your family? Oh, family's doing good. Hey, how's work? Oh, work's doing good. Hey, did you go on any vacations this summer? Oh, yeah. Were you thinking about any or you think about making any big investments for the year, right? That's how you would get into money, because we're not going to just ask, hey, how much money you got? Right? We're going to ask, hey, you thinking of making any big purchases this year? Are you making, thinking about any investments? You think about buying any property? Things like that. That's where the money part comes into. Or we can switch from money and just go into motivation, right? What are some of your goals this year? Like, what do you want to do? Do you have any credit goals that you're trying to make this year? Were you thinking of looking at any, first time home buyer programs or things like that? Right? We try to find some motivations behind, what are their goals for the year? What do they want to do with themselves? What's something that, they may not fully understand that they might want to get into? And maybe you can help them in that space, right? It's a fair assessment. So with this is what that's going to create. It's going to get you used to talking to people, being on the phone, calling random people. I want you to go through all the emotions, which is why I don't want you to immediately start calling your friends and close family. I want you to start on the outside and work your way back in, because your friends and family that are really close to you, they already know you're in business, right? We just haven't really been asking them for business. We haven't really been asking them to help us with this. So we can save them for last. They're not going anywhere, right? They're not going anywhere. But we want to start and get our practice in with the people, right? That's the practice. The practice comes from the people that we kind of know, right? We don't really know where they are in life right now. So we want to talk to those people first so we can work on ourselves. This is practice for you. This is all practice. So all this is, get you in the mode of calling at a certain time every day. Can everybody do this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yinka, can you do this? Yinka's probably driving. He's a busy guy.
Yeah, I'm driving.
See, I knew it.
Yeah.
Yinka's a busy guy. See, we got to be outside like Yinka. Okay? We all have to be outside. So I think we can all do it. So the first step is to become busy, right? Your time blocking is going to make you busy. It's going to get you in the mode of, this is what I'm doing every day. Every morning, you should be on a training. You should be listen to one of the episodes of the Think Like a CEO. You should be on Facebook watching at least 5 Tom Ferry videos. Every day, you should watch a Tom Ferry coaching video. Find a topic that he's discussing and watch it. He is the best coach in the world. Literally. People go to him. Okay, top agents pay him $3,000 a month for his coaching for 30-minute sessions. So he's my go-to guy. He's where I learned a lot of this stuff from, aside from all the other millions of trainings I've also been in as well. But become a student of the game. That's the most important thing here, is to become a student and to always be a student. You're never going to be at a point where you don't need to learn something real estate related. You're always going to be learning. So be ready for it, because this does not end. Ever. Never ends. Okay, so this has been great. I appreciate all of you taking your time this morning and coming to our call, and I look forward to seeing some of your results for the week, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Remember, confidence is key. Who are you? Natisha, who are we?
The best.
Nikita, who are we?
Realtors.
No, we are the best realtors.
Right.
Okay, we're not just realtors. We are the best at this. Okay, Rashmi, who are we?
Best realtors.
We are the best realtors.
Yeah.
Kapna, who are we? Kapna's busy. But we are the best. So that is your confidence level when you're speaking to these people, are, I am the best at this. There's no one better than me, and no one's going to outwork me at this, right? This is your attitude. This is your energy. Confidence is key. If you say you're the best, you're going to what? Feel like the best. And you're going to act like the best. You're going to speak like the best. Your activities will show that you're the best. So let's focus on being the best. Cool? Cool.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. You have a great day. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.